For me?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everyone. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. Today is February 22nd, 2022. I'm your Local 1000 president. The first video that we just did, well, the camera wasn't right. It wasn't turned correctly, so I had to do it all. I have to do it all over again. So the first person here at this particular work site, I was doing a live, unscripted, unedited, unrehearsed video. That person asked about the office assistant and why they did not get a special salary adjustment in this current contract. And this is what I was trying to tell her. When you do special salary adjustments for some, but not for all, you cause dissension, distrust, disharmony in the union. And the state of California has used this idea, this strategy, this technique of dividing Local 1000 by doing special salary adjustments for some people and not for all people. In our next contract, because our current contract expires June 30th, 2023, we're going to stop that. We're going to get a 21% pay increase across the board for everyone. Yeah. 21%. All right. Yes. All right. Now, that's going to take a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, but this is what we're going to do. Other question that came up was, why do some people get paid on the 15th because they're not full-time?
That's right.
And this is wrong. This is another strategy that the state of California has used to divide and conquer public sector unions in the state of California. That is over. Everyone represented by Local 1000 should be getting paid on the first of the month so that there's equality and we build accountability. We must correct that. She also brought up a fact about why is there no accountability for HR when it comes to processing medical paperwork?
Right.
She's right. She's absolutely right. And so I gave her my email, rlbrown@seiu1000.org. I'll repeat for you again, rlbrown@seiu1000.org. Send me your top 10 concerns so I can get it to your bunk chair. We've already emailed bunk chairs, sent out emails to bunk chairs 3, 14, 15, oh boy, and 20. And people are responding, telling me their top 10 concerns that we must correct on the next contract. And we're going to do it for the rest of the bargaining units sometime very soon. But we already sent out emails to those represented in bargaining units 3, 14, 15, and 20. Now, this is a live, unscripted, unedited, unrehearsed video at a work site here in Sacramento. So here's what I'm going to do. Does anyone here have a question for me right now?
I do.
Okay, please, go ahead, ma'am.
What are we doing about the hazard pay?
All right, so she asked, what are we doing with the hazard pay? As you know, on Valentine's Day, February 14th, that just passed, we dropped off at the state capitol, or should I say more specifically, 1021 O Street, over 17,000 petitions. And we want to give a special shout out to Yolanda Williams. That was a great idea. We have not heard anything from the state yet. We have not heard from the governor yet. We are trying to schedule a meeting so we can find out, number one, how soon can you give the financial justice, not social justice, not lip service, but the financial justice to Local 1000 represented employees, whether they came to work or whether they work from home, because we don't want to divide our union. I mean, we're already divided by bargaining units. When are you going to pay this money, and how much money would you like to negotiate in paying? Because we all know now that we should have never given up our money in the first place.
Right.
All right? And we've had all these surplus in billions, I think, from fiscal years 1920 through fiscal years 22-23. Look at our PowerPoint slides from our last PowerPoint on last Wednesday night. It'll tell you close to $150 billion.
Yes.
We're the 4th largest economy on earth. What is taking so long to give you the respect that you always should have been given from the first day you started with state service? What's taking so long? I thought politics matters. Here's what I see that matters. People's families matter. Their children's matter. Their spouses matter. A person's dignity matters. So, Governor Gavin Newsom, this is your perfect opportunity to, quote, meet the moment. Your next question, ma'am. Next question. So, quickly, we're going to talk about this money. Usually money and dignity makes people stop and listen. Why does our contract say on page 17, I'm going to page 17 here, I'm going to keep hammering this home. Dignity clause, 5.11. There's my numbers, the number 7. 5.11, there's the number 7. The state is committed to providing a workplace where all employees, regardless of the employee's classification or pay status, are treated by supervisors and managers in a manner that maintains generally accepted standards of human dignity and courtesy. Employees alleging they have not been treated accordingly may file a grievance. And then here's the last sentence to this. The decision reached at step 3, Cal HR, shall be final. I'm going to repeat that for you again. The decision reached at step 3, Cal HR, shall be final regarding your dignity. That's not a contract. If the people that you're supposed to be negotiating with, your partner in this harmonious relationship, can control your dignity, how is that equal? How is that equal? It's not. And this has been going on for way too long. When they put this in here, that basically told you that Local 1000 did not find your dignity worth anything. They would rather let the state control your dignity. If they control your dignity, then they'll control everything else about you in the workplace. This is a problem. This is why I was elected. This is why I was elected. And no one else in this union ever talks about this. The only thing they want to talk about is politics, organizing, and doing other things, but they refuse to address this issue right here. They refuse to address the issue of we voluntarily gave up our money while under a signed contract, while the state legislators protected their money, protected their families. This is what has happened to Local 1000. And then we wonder why we can't increase our membership. Well, you don't have to wonder why. If you have a contract and you don't enforce your contract, then why would someone want to join you? Why would someone want to pay money to the union if you don't enforce your contract? Why would someone want to help politicians but yet don't want to help you?
Absolutely.
There's a problem here. We've had this problem in Local 1000 for years upon years upon years. Let me tell you this on February 22nd, 2022. There's a reason why they're trying to run me out of this office. There's a reason why these people are fighting me over and over and over again. There's a reason why. Because I'm for you. I'm for the working people. I'm for your money. And I'm not here to take your money. I'm here to increase your money and to ensure you have dignity in the workplace that's not controlled by the state of California. That should go to arbitration if it goes that far. Tomorrow night, 6:30, Local 1000 listens to you. We're going to talk about this grievance process. And what I'm going to show you, which ironically no one else has shown you this, is that we've got a problem with our grievance process. We're going to show you in our contract the grievance process. And then I'm going to show you how this is ridiculous. And this is how they set things up. So the power stays with the state of California. 580s stays with the state of California. And yet, here we are today doing all the work while they get all the credit. I'm going to show you tomorrow night on that PowerPoint presentation about the grievance process. I'm going to tell you things that you haven't heard before. I'm going to tell you things that they don't want you to know. Why? Because I told you years ago, there's only one person in this union that has more transparency than everyone else. Because the truth is in him. Trust, transparency, accountability. TTA, you can call that. In order to create a new culture of excellence in this union, you must first develop trust among your comrades. If you don't trust your president, then who can you trust? Okay? Who can you trust in this union? When you have people in this union who are trying to remove me, the president, who was elected by the dues-paying members of this union. Why are they trying to remove me? Off lies, off a conspiracy that they know that I am not going to let you get hurt anymore. This is why they're trying to remove me from office. They're trying to silence your voice, your vote, but yet they tell you that they're proud and that we should respect the voice of the voters when they put Joe Biden in office as the president of this great country. They tell you these things. They tell you we should respect the voice of the voters and that there should have never been a recall against this current governor, Gavin Newsom. But yet on the same hand, they turn right around and they're trying to, quote, get me out of office. Happy Black History Month. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm passionate. Somebody woke me up this morning. Praise God to Jesus Christ. Hope that doesn't offend you. But if it does, let's continue on, because I'm not changing. Now, any more questions today?
I haven't gotten
Yes,
direct
ma'am.
deposit.
So the question about the direct deposit. Continue.
I've been here over a year.
Now, this person said they haven't got their direct deposit. That's something that HR, you have to work with HR to get that work to rectify. Are you getting paid on the 15th of the month?
Yeah, I get paid.
Okay.
I get a check dropped off or envelope at my door.
Right.
But it shouldn't take no company over a year to get your money.
So
Deposit.
this person is talking about direct deposit and the issues of getting paid. This question came up earlier with another person at this particular work site. Let me say this for you. Anyone represented by Local 1000 should be getting paid on the first of the month. Anything else is hot garbage. And I'm trying to be professional with this. When people don't get paid in a timely manner, that's hot garbage. We're in the #1 state in the nation, California. There's no excuse for this. So in our next contract, there's gonna be contract language that states that everyone gets paid on the first of the month, whether they're full-time or part-time.
Or intermediate.
Thank you, or intermittent. She's absolutely right. Now it says on here, page, 234, it talks about the permanent intermittents, Article 18. And it's a shame because on 236 it talks about monthly paid PI employees shall be paid by the 15th of each month. Why is that? Is their service to the state of California any less than mine? No, it's not. Why are we signing contracts like this? Why is this language in for the permanent intermittents who I know are in bargaining unit 4? What is going on? See, this is what I'm trying to tell you about Local 1000 that I've been telling you since I first got started in 2012. There's something going on. There's a racket of corruption going on in this union. Why are we continuing to do these childlike, condescending contracts that do not respect you? If you want to get disrespected, just go to work. Most of you have at least one bad boss in your management team, at least one. If you want to get disrespected, go to work. If you want to get disrespected, go to your family reunion. You have relatives. They're always there. You should not get disrespected with this contract. If you're paying dues to this union, you should get a level of service. This is why I asked the DLC presidents that when the reps come inside your DLC, the DLC presidents should know. I want the DLC presidents to get more involved in this process, this grievance process. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow night.
When we have union dues,
Yes.
if you're a full-time worker, you should pay the higher amount. Part-time workers should have a different amount because we don't get guaranteed hours. Like today, we worked 6 hours. The rest of this week, for just 2 more days, I worked 4 hours. So why am I paying the high price of union dues when I don't even get all the service? I ain't mad, but on the other hand, I'm not a full-time worker, so I shouldn't be paying what, say, some of the full-time workers do.
All right. This person just talked about the fact that some people are not guaranteed 40 hours a week. And therefore, why are they having to pay the same rate, 1.5% of their job classification? I've been asked that question, and that's a great point. Now, in order to change the dues of the union, it has to go to the membership. Now, it's unfortunate how the board of directors will decide what goes to the membership on reducing the dues, ma'am. Now remember, I said I want to reduce the dues on day one. That's the one thing I have failed in, because I wasn't going to go through the board. But the right thing to do, the legal thing to do, is to go through the board of directors, all 65 one of us, 51 DLC presidents, 4 statewide officers, 10 bunk chairs. Then, ma'am, if they decided that yes, we're going to change the due structure, then we can take it to the membership for a vote. what I would say to you is, this board, a majority of this board is against me. And no matter what I say, whether it's right or wrong, they'll go the other direction. And that's a shame. And so, a lot of people feel like you. A lot of people feel like you. Here's what I can say. I want to thank this person for being willing to put up with some of this stuff, as I call it, shat, from Local 1000, and continue to be a dues paying member and pay her monthly dues on time, even though her check is not coming on time. Now listen to this. She's paying her dues on time, but yet her check still is not coming on time.
I mean, you know, my mortgage is late, trying to depend on my check. You know, I can't depend on it because sometimes it don't come till the 15th. When you pay on the 15th, you late with your mortgage. So you have to, you know, your car notes, it just throws everything off. There's nothing guaranteed.
So what she's saying is, when the payments come to her on the 15th, her payment, and a lot of times that throws her bills off, it's highly unfortunate that those who negotiate this contract, who are willing to let some people get paid on the 1st and other people get paid on the 15th, that's a level of unfairness that I cannot stand, nor can I tolerate, nor can I digest.
Like we can't eat till the 15th. You know, everybody else eat on the 1st, you know.
And like she just said, everybody eats on the 1st of the month. So why would someone ever agree to negotiate a contract like that? Why would someone ever agree to negotiate a contract where some people get paid on the 1st and others on the 15th? I don't know why someone would do that. I voted no on this current contract. How many people are sitting here today, voted yes on this contract, can't get a level of service from Local 1000, and you find yourselves not getting substantial pay increases, not having a secured contract, get your wages paid on a timely fashion, and you find yourself shopping at Walmart? How many people are shopping at Walmart right now? Too many to count, because they're trying to survive, because they're living off a livable wage, which means you live paycheck to paycheck, day to day. That means you can never save up money to put your kids through college. That means you can never save up to really buy a home. But yet you're part of a union. There's a problem here. There's something wrong with this.
And this is the first time we've seen, well, myself, I've seen you guys sit, and I've been here over a year.
Right.
And, you know, you paying dues and you can't even get a book.
So, anyone who wants a contract book, you can contact the MRC, 866-471-7348. You can call me, 408-207-2339. We can get you a contract book.
Yeah,
Because-
you need a book.
I'm sorry, sir.
You
I
paying
have
for
a
books.
question.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So we were told that we're not allowed to contact human resources about our paycheck, nor if there's any issues happening. And I was also further told that they could remove us from our positions if we did contact human resources. And I'm wondering what the reasoning behind that is, and why we are not allowed to have access to human resources when every other company does.
All right. So this person just asked, why is this person being told that if he contacts HR, that he could lose his job when he has questions regarding his pay? This is wrong. This is why you have a union. This is why you pay dues to a union. You should have a job steward at every worksite. We did a PowerPoint slide that talked about how some of our worksites do not have job stewards. You should be able to contact your job steward. They should be able to answer this question for you if you have any questions regarding the pay of your paycheck. That should be happening for you. If a person doesn't know who their job steward is, they can go to our transparent website, SEIU1000.org. You can look on the map, you can find your worksite, and then you can contact your job steward, who most likely will be your DLC president. That should answer that. Why is this person being told that? Because it's a level of control that the state of California has in some agencies where they tell people, don't contact us, send it to us in writing, we don't want to talk to you. That's wrong. That's not an open door policy. Yes, yes, sir.
That does not answer my question though. My question to you is, why are we as employees not allowed to contact
Because,
human resources when every other company has access?
and I just told you, sir, the reason why he's not allowed to contact HR because some state agencies show that level of power over you, and there's nothing you can do about that. Because our contract's not written strong enough, and that's why they're able to get away with that. And that's why you got to contact your job stewards to find out your answers. I'm not going to say your agency's name on video, but there's a few state agencies that have a horrendous reputation. Now, if you say, no, say it on this live video on Facebook, then I will. And I'm giving people a level of respect. But if you want me to go in, I will. Because I used to work at this agency. So you tell me how you want this to play out, sir.
Just generally.
Okay, so generally, there are some work sites that have a level of control and they don't want their people contacting them. There are some. And this time, I am not talking about CDCR, ironically, but there is another agency that's big and it's powerful, and they treat their people, in my personal opinion, as you look at 1,000 President, with a lack of respect and dignity. But I won't put the agency's name out until someone calls me out and says, say their name. But this is what they do at this particular agency, up and down the state of California, and I apologize for that. We need stronger contract language. But here's where things get deep. This is why they're trying to remove me from this office. When I tell you we're not going out like this ever again, that we're not going to sign these types of contracts, this is what I mean. And we're not going to have a revote for your particular bargaining unit. When this current contract expires and we have a vote for our next contract, if your bargaining unit votes that contract down, go back to the bargaining table and try again. But you don't have to worry about that because when I bring you a contract for these different bargaining units, it's going to be a high quality contract. It won't be no hot garbage. And I'm sorry, that's how they treat you. I'm sorry.
And the other component to this is that there's kind of a lot of lack of respect between managers and employees, which is kind of a little nerve-wracking but also overwhelming. So I'm just wondering how we might go about that professionally.
So he just stated there's a lack of respect between management and rank and file. You heard me earlier in this earlier video that didn't turn out right. I'm doing this all over again. Talk about page 17, the dignity clause, and how that has to be corrected. You cannot let Cal HR at step 3 be the final decision maker and think that you're going to be treated with fairness and respect. You cannot allow that. I don't care who your local 1,000 president is. No labor president in this country is going to let management decide what their dignity is. Because if you do, you don't have a union. That won't happen. As long as I'm your president and I'm the chief negotiator of your contract, this dignity clause, Cal HR will not be the final decision maker. That's over. And I'm the only person in this union that harps on this. Because it starts with basic common sense. Your dignity, and if I can't pay you your money by this contract, when I tell you on these pay raises, on that date, then what am I doing? I'm not doing you anything.
That's right.
I mean, and our management downstairs, they scare us a little bit, and they kind of don't respect us as employees, and we kind of feel that they're watching us, even on our breaks, and even when we're at the computers, and they're constantly watching what we're doing, which is, I understand that they have a purpose to that, but really pushing it, and watching us even during our personal breaks should not be allowed.
So this person just said that sometimes they feel like they're being watched. How many state employees feel this way? Thousands. Some people say we can do a solidarity break to show that we're all united. That's what some people say. Some people say that we should do a solidarity break at lunchtime. that we should wear purple on Wednesdays. All of these tactics have been used in the past, but we still have secured the same childlike, condescending contracts. So people are now asking me as a new Local 1000 president, what do we do differently? The first thing is this: you have to think differently. You have to feel differently. And at a certain point, once this contract expires on June 30th, 2023, and we bargain in good faith for a period of time and reach a legal impasse, then you have to have the courage of your convictions to go on strike. That means you have to have the courage of your convictions and the financial discipline to start saving money starting now. We will have a strike fund. Someone said, well, if you can't pay me my whole salary, I'm not going on strike. Then don't go on strike. I've never known a union to pay your entire salary while on strike. What I know is this: in this country, you have to make a sacrifice. And once you put up with too much nonsense for too long, you have to make a sacrifice and make a decision to say enough is enough. Thank you for your time, sir. I know you're on your break. All right. So this is the first video at this particular worksite here in Sacramento on February 22nd, 2022. I'm Richard Lewis Brown, Local 1000 president. You see I'm talking kind of fast because I know I'm talking to people and they're coming in and they're walking out. So this is the very first one today. Thank you and make it a great day. This is part one. Local 1000 listens to you. We're at a worksite today on February 22nd, 2022. Thank you. I'm Richard Lewis Brown.
Thank you, President.